Hey, my name's Job, and this is my Draw My Life. If you've been alive for a couple of years, you've probably noticed this thing called the Bible. It's pretty much a book filled with stuff God said and what God did and what we did, and pretty much just the history of mankind, really. And lucky me, I have an entire book dedicated to my life in the Bible. That's just a fantastic thing. But it's not fantastic for me because it's a story of pain and anguish. The story starts out pretty good. I'm a pretty blameless and upright guy, which means I'm just really good. You know, I did all the stuff that good people should do. I feared God and I respected Him. I had my faith. And I shunned evil. Here's where I lived. It was a really good place. I had flowing rivers, grasslands, rolling hills. Beautiful. And I had plenty of fertile land to grow my crops and feed my animals with. This place was called the Land of Uz, I think. Land of Ooze? No, that doesn't sound right. That's definitely wrong. Maybe it was pronounced Land of Use. No, I'm just gonna stick with Land of Uz. There we go, that's fine. It was a really good place, and I'm so glad God gave it to me. I had plenty of other things aside from where I lived. I had me, my wife, my 7 sons, and my 3 daughters. I also had plenty of animals. I had 500 donkeys, 500 oxen, and a whopping 3,000 camels, as well as the servants that tended to me and my family. I guess you could say that I was among the best in the East. Alright, here's where the story starts to take a turn. God was having a meeting with all of his angels when suddenly Satan showed up. God told Satan that I was one of his best subjects and I would remain faithful for my whole life because I was just so great. Satan disagreed. He said that it wasn't because I was actually good, it was just because God had given me so many good things in it. If he would take it away from me, I wouldn't remain faithful. Of course, God didn't think so. He was very certain that I would remain as faithful as I am now. So they had an agreement that Satan could curse me. Satan started off pretty mildly with his curses. It just started with me getting a bunch of warts all over me. All over me. My face, my arms, my legs, my whole body. I was pretty much a walking pimple. My wife went to me and she said, "Why do you remain faithful? I mean, clearly all this bad stuff's happening to you. God wouldn't do that. Just curse him and move on." I said, "No, that's not right. God's still there. He's looking out for me." This is all going to turn out well. I'm going to remain faithful. I had 3 good friends: Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar. One day they decided to visit me, and they stayed with me for 7 days and 7 nights, and they saw how much pain I was in, yet they said nothing to me. Now, I said Satan's curses started off mildly with the warts, but they got a lot worse. Like I said, I had lots of animals, great wealth, a great family, and my loyal servants. But slowly, one after another, they just went away from my life. Satan took them. And eventually I just lost my faith in God. I didn't believe He was there anymore. So I came back with my friends, and we had a conversation about God. They saw that I lost all my faith, and they didn't want me to do that. They said, "Oh, it's your fault that God's cursing you. You must have done something wrong. God's not doing it because He's a bad guy, He's just punishing you." I, of course, didn't believe him. I just thought everything was falling apart. I decided to pray to God. That was the only thing I really could do. Despite my lack of faith, I tried. I asked God why everything was happening to me, and He explained that this was all because of Satan. I understood, and my faith was restored. Now everything comes full circle again. All my stuff, my money, my animals, my family, my servants, they were all restored to me. But not just that, I got twice of everything I lost. And I lived a pretty good life after that. But most importantly, I retained my faith in God. But then I died, as most living things tend to do, and that's where my story ends. But thank you for watching this.